Welcome to the Explainer. So, let's just dive straight into demystifying this massive Class 10 grammar syllabus, right? We're absolutely not going to sit here and read through endless, boring textbooks today. Instead, we're going to extract the absolute juice you need for your exams. I'm talking no fluff, just the highly concentrated, powerful concepts that are actually going to get you those top marks. Now, you might be stressing about tenses, modals, voice, narration, and honestly, you might be asking yourself this exact question right before the bell rings. Like, how is it even literally possible to memorize all of those confusing rules in such a ridiculously short amount of time? Well, I've got some pretty good news for you. The real secret here? It's all about pattern recognition over rote memorization. Today, we're serving up the concentrated core of the entire syllabus. You see, examiners kind of repeat the exact same traps year after year. And once you know what to look for, the grammar section stops being this scary guessing game and just becomes a really simple puzzle that you already have the cheat code for. Okay, so here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll uncover grammar's ultimate master key. Then we'll move into hacking direct and indirect speech. After that, we'll decode articles and determiners, reveal some really sneaky subject-verb agreement hacks, and finally finish off with the voice and modals cheat sheet. Let's get into it. Section 1, Grammar Master Key. Tenses are everything. So whether you're dealing with narration, voice, or error detection, if you understand the timeline of a sentence, you literally unlock the correct answer. It's crazy, but the vast majority of mistakes happen simply because a student just loses track of when an action is actually taking place. Let's build that foundation real quick. Present indefinite versus past indefinite. Examiners absolutely love testing if you know that a singular third-person subject, words like he, she, or it, gets an S or ES in the present tense. Think, she speaks. On the flip side, the past indefinite uses the second form of the verb, which is totally unique to the past, like she spoke. Spotting a missing S in the present or an incorrect verb form in the past, that is literally your ultimate superpower for error detection. Now, this next one trips up so many students. Basically, you want to use for when you have an indefinite duration. Think for 2 hours or for 5 years. You can't exactly see 2 hours on a clock face, right? But you use since when you have an exact, definite starting point, like since 2 o'clock or since childhood. Keep that straight and you're golden. All right, here is your absolute ultimate hack for error detection questions. Honestly, you don't even need to translate the whole paragraph. Just follow these 3 simple steps. Step 1, scan the text for time hints. Look for words like yesterday, daily, or regularly. Step 2, lock in your tense based on that exact hint. And step 3, make sure your subject and your verb actually match that tense. Boom! You've just found the error without even breaking a sweat. Section 2, direct and indirect speech. Hacking the rules. So people get terrified of reported speech because of all the complicated rules. But listen, you don't need a million rules. The real trick here is just recognizing that reported speech is always a past event. Someone said something in the past, and now you're telling someone else about it. So all you do is push the tense backward. Present becomes past becomes past perfect. You literally just slide it one step back in time. For example, I am happy immediately turns into he said he was happy. Easy, right? And naturally, when you push the tense backward, the time words have to shift backward too. So now becomes then, today becomes that day, yesterday turns into the previous day. If you're staring at multiple choice options, just scan for these indirect words. If you spot that day instead of today in the options, you've very likely just found your correct answer in seconds, which saves you precious time for the writing section. Section 3. Articles and determiners, decoding the traps. Okay, examiners will absolutely try to trick you by relying on how words are spelled, especially with the letters H and U. But please remember, it is all about the sound, not the spelling. We use an before a vowel sound, which is exactly why it's an honest man, because that H is silent, right? It gives us an O sound. Conversely, university starts with a vowel letter, sure, but it sounds like a consonant Y, so it gets a university. Always, always trust your ears, not your eyes. It's wild how one tiny letter can change the entire meaning of a sentence. Let's look at few versus a few. The words few or little, all on their own, actually have a negative meaning. They basically mean you have almost nothing. But throwing an a before them makes it a completely positive statement. A few friends or a little knowledge actually means you have at least some amount of that thing.
It's a super subtle shift, but examiners love to test it. Section 4. Subject-verb agreement. Don't be deceived. Take a quick look at words like news, furniture, or advice. Now, they might seem plural in your mind, right? You probably think of a lot of news or a whole room completely full of furniture, but grammatically, they are strictly uncountable. And because you literally can't count them, they always take a singular verb. So it's the news is good, not the news are good. And the furniture has arrived, never have. Similarly, look at these pronouns. Words like each, every, everyone, and someone are used to single out individuals within a larger group. Because they isolate one person or thing, they absolutely demand a singular verb. A massive, and I mean massive, trap examiners set every single year is the phrase, one of my friends. Please don't let that plural word friends trick you into using are. The core subject there is one, so the verb must be singular. One of my friends is coming. Section 5, voice in modals cheat. Grab every mark. Okay, here is an absolute insider secret for you. The syllabus might seem to totally hide passive voice, but exam boards quietly tested an error detection anyway. But don't panic, here's your trick. If you see is, am, are, was, were paired directly with a third form verb, well, that's passive. And even more sneaky, if you see has been or have been paired with a V3, but there's no time reference, like it doesn't say for 5 years or since Monday, you have just walked right into a passive voice trap. Now, modals really don't have to be complicated. You just have to match the vibe of the sentence to the word. Can is all about pure ability. May is used for a gentle possibility or, asking permission politely. Should is really just giving friendly advice. But must is for strict compulsion. Like if the sentence is about stopping at a red traffic light, you use must, because following the law isn't exactly just a friendly suggestion. So we've extracted all the vital clues and hidden traps right from the syllabus straight into this explainer. You've now got the master key of tenses, those tricky subject-verb hacks, and the modal cheat codes. The test makers rely on these exact same patterns every single year. So as you head into your next test, keep all this in mind. With all this juice, what's stopping you from spotting the patterns, avoiding the traps, and absolutely dominating your next grammar exam? You've got this.